Okay, good.
So yeah, good timing, just as the race starts. And yeah, as I said, this is gonna be between MaestroBrau and TNT.
It's gonna be a good
MaestroBrau,
match.
yeah, should be. MaestroBrau's PB is a lot better than TNT's though.
Yeah.
So it's, and he's the second seed of the tournament.
Yeah.
So for sure it's gonna be his race to lose, but as we've seen before, anything can happen in this category. And it feels like TNT's stream is quite delayed. For me, he hasn't even started the run yet. Oh, there it is. But yeah, TNT has been going through this tournament by winning quite a few matches in the losers bracket and gotten himself up to this point. And meanwhile, Maestro has been going through the winners bracket until he got knocked out by Silver Star. And this is the first match that he's had to do in the losers bracket. And yeah, the PB difference between these runners is about 1.5 minutes. So as we said, it's for sure it's gonna be Maestro's race to lose, but TNT is close enough to make this interesting and to have a good chance.
Okay, right now okay, I'm good. But yeah, but TNT has been playing quite a lot of Super Mario World lately, and Maestro hasn't really been playing, so I don't know. It might be close actually.
Yeah, hopefully it will be.
Yeah. So in Iggy, there's pretty much nothing to say.
As usual, we don't expect any mistakes to happen
Yeah.
in the first world of the run.
But Maestro is going for 3:11, and TNT is not going for that time, so there's gonna be a little time save if he gets it.
Maestro is choosing the small only strats as well, or the small
Yeah.
strats for DP3, while TNT is grabbing that midway to get the fire as early as possible.
Or maybe he's gonna deboost in DS1.
Yeah. There are some options, but until he do his deboost, I'm gonna expect him to keep the fire. Maestro just missing that 311 gets a flat 312 race. And I actually missed what TNT had for whistle split, but he
I
gets
think
it.
he got like I312 or something.
Yeah. Like his fade out split was 323 at least, so it's still within a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, going into Donut Plains is where the race will actually start.
Especially DP3.
Yeah. The infamous level of this category, which I think we have seen always possible to die in that stage
Yeah.
so far in this tournament. But we've also seen all possible strats to complete the stage fast, so hopefully we will have more examples of that and not see any failures.
Maestro gets the P speed, early P speed, that's pretty good. And Flawless DP1.
Both runners with 360s. I always find Donut Secret 1 interesting with Small Mario.
Yeah, that part with the 2 blocks and like the blue fish is kind of scary.
Yeah, and like it's difficult to actually pull off as fast as you can.
Yeah, and then get a 42 with it is pretty hard.
I am expecting Maestro to nail it though, considering his skill.
Yeah.
And TNT is choosing for the D boost, so you were correct.
I prefer to deboost at the end though, like at the last fish. I feel like it's easier than to get a 42, but
Yeah, I agree. That's the same place that I used to deboost in when I do runs. And like for DP3, at least in my opinion, the small strat is easier than the fire strat.
yeah.
So I don't blame anyone to go for them.
Fire Stride and DP3 is not really consistent too, like I think there's a bit of RNG in it.
Both runners getting through the ghost house without any problems. Getting that P speed, scrolling the screen so they see the door and are able to enter it easily. So yeah, now it's time for the DP3. Maestro is first to enter.
Not going to clouds for Maestro.
And neither does TNT. Maestro gets to the difficult part. And TNT as well. No, he dies.
Oh,
Oh, I thought he had it. If that would have been a spin jump, he would have made it.
yeah.
But he tries to go for the normal jump and just narrowly gets hit by... I don't even know the name of that enemy.
Me too. So yeah, with that death, it's gonna cost a lot of time for TNT. Now
Yeah.
catching up is gonna be hard, especially against Maestro.
The only positive thing of that death is that he doesn't lose any power-ups. So he doesn't get thrown off his game. He can just continue as he would have been, even without that death. Maestro is getting that fire and Yoshi without any problems.
And a pretty good DP4 for him. 55.
Yeah. I think he could actually have made that jump at the end without dismounting Yoshi.
Yeah, but it's not really safe.
No. Maestro is struggling a little bit getting on the Yoshi and scrolling the screen. He gets it though, and he just loses like a second or something. So yeah, at the moment, it's almost only the death that has separated these runners.
I mean, except for the death, it's a pretty decent Morden.
Maestro is climbing the tower really quickly.
35 for Maestro, it's pretty good.
Yeah, Maestro is just half a second behind his PB, so he has had a really good start to this race.
Yeah. Yeah, sub 840 in Morden is kind of insane.
Yeah. And as we all know, Maestro's PB is kinda insane. So
Yeah.
being on par or like on pace with that PB is really good. TNT on the other hand is gonna be about 20 seconds behind his PB.
He can still
Exiting.
PB though.
Oh, Maestro is eating the flower a little bit too early, so he doesn't get it.
That's kind of annoying when it happens, but
Yeah, you just have to wait for the flower to really leave that block,
Yeah.
Otherwise you'd risk it not being active when you eat it, and it's just disappearing.
I don't know if he's gonna go for the fire in I think it's VS2.
Yes.
I don't know if he's gonna go for fire. Probably.
I don't know, like he might be trying to go as optimally as he can and skipping that
Yeah.
flower since he already have one.
So TNT not going for the backup flower.
Really clean VS1 from Maestro though.
Yeah.
Let's hope that TNT can do something similar. Oh, he was a little bit too quick, so couldn't jump as soon as he came up onto the spring. If you do that section a bit too fast, you will actually jump into the Koopas, which is why you waited.
Maestro getting the lag reduction. Pretty good.
Yeah, missing that P-switch, using the shell, getting a perfect VS2.
Yeah.
Which is a lot trickier than it seems.
Yoshi food.
Let's see if Maestro will treat us with an eaten dolphin.
Yes, he did.
He does.
Thank
Feeding
you.
like the Yoshi. But yeah, so far MaestroBrau hasn't really made a single mistake.
It's a pretty flawless run now.
Yeah. And like TNT hasn't had a bad run, apart from his death in DB3.
Yeah.
There's only been a few slight mistakes. Not more than like a few seconds in time loss in total. But yeah, both of the runners going into the water fort. The vanilla forts. Yeah, water levels are usually pretty slow, pretty boring.
Yeah. The next two stages are pretty boring. This fort and then DB1. But
Yeah.
there's
The most
nothing
boring
much
part of
to
this game
say.
actually. In any category. Like, water stages can be more fun. As in Medieval 2, where you have Yoshi clips.
Ooh. That
That
hitbox for
fireball
the
was
fort.
really close.
that hitbox is pretty bad, and
I wouldn't call it bad, I would call it forgiving.
yeah.
But yeah, water level can be spiced up by putting shells inside them or the possibility of Yoshi clips, but the vanilla fort is just don't have anything that you can speed it up with.
The way that you can die in this fort is pretty much the Reznor fight, and if you die to this Reznor fight, then it's really bad. Because
That jinx.
oh, I shouldn't have thought.
Yeah. I feel sorry for TNT, that loses so much time.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That
Like, there's no midway in the fort, so he has to redo the whole thing. And he lost all his power-ups, so he's not able to have Fire Flower for Ludwig. So apart from the time loss that he already has, he has lost 14 seconds as well. But yeah, we have kind of gotten the opposite of what at least I hoped for. Like MaestroBrau has done a pretty much flawless run so far, which isn't a bad thing. That's really great.
if he gets
But-
it twice at the same place.
Yeah. But yeah, since TNT has done some mistakes, MaestroBrau has just being
Yeah.
like gaining that advantage, taking quite a big of a lead. So
Catching up will be pretty hard. But late game is kind of hard in this category, so anything can happen.
as we've seen, even deaths in Bowser is possible, and
Yeah.
those deaths are painful.
So they're like about like a minute and 50 seconds apart or something. Because I think VB1 is like 2 minutes. So.
Yeah, close to it. Maestro getting the shell, no problems. What strat do you think that Maestro is gonna use for the first room on Ludwig?
You mean like the first room, or?
Yeah, like, do you think he's gonna scroll it, or...
Yeah, he might go for because he's on PB pace. He's probably gonna go for the fast strat, which is like the semi-scroll.
Yeah, I think most people call it a half scroll.
Yeah, half. I'm Canadian, so.
But yeah, I'm Swedish.
He didn't go for it, but
Ah.
it's not that faster.
Like, the difference in the speed is not even a second, I think. It's for the second room really nicely as well. Meanwhile, TNT is just finishing up BB1, so soon he's out of the auto-scroller hill.
He didn't lose Yoshi, so that's good.
And those cages was really impressive by Maestro. Like, really quickly. He's going up.
Less than 2 seconds behind his PB. That's pretty impressive. Sub 17 Ludwig is also pretty impressive.
Have we had a 34 this tournament?
Who?
I am not sure.
But I think Calco got one.
Let me check. Yeah, Kalka's got him one. Kalka's got him two, actually.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
And he also got world record in the.
Kalko's latest race would have been top 4 on the leaderboards. So, yeah. But yeah, getting into the forests, I'm expecting Maestro to just get a second fire flower and then go for the lock strats at the end.
Or maybe it's gonna do like the shell dance at the end. I've seen Seator and Calco do that. I know he got pretty good luck.
Yeah.
And 14
threw it
dinosaurs.
perfectly. And TNT is making his way up to Ludwig. He got through the castle really nicely. And as we said before, he doesn't have any fire flower anymore.
Got Ludwig jump. I think he thought he had fire flowers. He didn't jump. He didn't move.
Yeah. Yes, that would have had it. Oh, Maestro is missing the first cycle of Yoshi clips.
Ooh.
And he drops Yoshi. So yeah, now the subpixel isn't gonna be perfect, but he might still get it. And it does.
Yeah, he still got it.
And TNT confirms in chat that he did actually forget that he didn't have fire flower, so he needed to do a few more jumps. Which is understandable.
Yeah, when you're used to just killing with the fire. Also, Master is not going under the stage there.
Yeah. And with the missed Yoshi cycle, I don't not think that he's on PB pace anymore.
No, I don't think he is. I think
But
he lost
yes,
like 2 cycles or something.
He did. The first one he didn't manage to release Yoshi at the correct time, and then he dropped Yoshi too late.
Oh yeah.
But it's still a really good run by Maestro so far.
Also, he's not going for wall jump.
TNT created a lot of extra lag in FI1, but he managed to get the 360. 260, sorry.
Also got lucky. Both runners getting lucky with the MaestroBrau.
Let's see how TNT's Yoshi Clips is gonna go. Gets it first try.
Nice.
Easy every time. For some runners. Yeah, Maestro is in Roy's Castle. One of the levels that get a bit more boring when you don't have a cape, since you have to ride the block snake through half of the level. Doing the scroll though, and oh, he misses the jump. I do not think he's gonna keep this higher.
No.
He just jumped too late out on those bags. And didn't manage to catch his.
Oh, wall jump for TNT.
Gets hit afterwards though. TNT going for a little bit safer strats to get into the pipe with the keyhole.
Still a 57.
So basically it's the castle between these runners. So even though it's not that close of a race, it's not over either.
I mean, if Maestro dies in Bowser, that's like 2 minutes of time loss, so... Depends where he dies though, but... It's never over until the end.
I thought you were about to say it's never over until the fat lady sings, but never came. Maestro seems to breeze through Shockers Island 1. Not even a slight hiccup. Meanwhile, TNT is in the Roy flight, and hopefully he won't stand around for this and get hit this time. He doesn't. He jumps and kills Roy's.
Pretty good fight for small only.
And TNT actually gotten a gold split for his forest.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The only mistake that I managed to catch was creating a bit more lag in FI1 than necessary. But other than that, it was a solid split.
Also, before he was going for the star strat, so doing what he did there was really faster. Right, Maestro with pretty flawless ghost house. Did he go for suicide door, by the way?
I missed it, I'm not sure. Maestro runs off the message block though. Gets the 91 in the first room of Chocolate Run 2.
TNT died in CI1.
So yeah, Maestro is extending his lead a bit. Ooh, painful death for TNT. Just maybe jumping a bit too late and ending up into the pit. So yeah, it's not enough that Maestro is playing really solidly. TNT is also making quite a few mistakes at the moment, so the lead is extending for Maestro.
Yeah. The biggest Maestro's mistake was the FY2 clips, so...
Yeah.
And
And
even
the
that
fire
was
flower
not
loss
that
in
bad.
Roy.
And yeah, the war, yeah. Oh, TNT not grabbing the mushroom there at the end.
Yeah, interesting to see what it's gonna do in the ghost house. I'm expecting him to grab a mushroom though and not go for the small only strat.
Yeah.
And chocolate secrets, no problem at all for Maestro. Not even hitting one of the shocks. So yeah, going into Wendy, which is the most difficult castle in this run. The second room of Wendy is really difficult to optimize. Gets the crush skip though in the first room. And I managed to keep P-speed.
And it was a very good, it was a pretty good Wendy for Maestro.
Really nicely done. That's the sort of Wendy's castle that you can put on the wiki. Actually, that's a gold split for Chocolate Island for
Yeah.
Maestro. It gained 9 seconds on his PB.
I mean, he didn't do like any mistakes.
No.
I was actually like perfect Wendy. I know he lost like one game second in CI1, maybe another one in Choco Secret, but the rest was pretty perfect.
Oh, TNT takes a death. I didn't notice, or I didn't see how he died.
He fell in the... Ooh, goes for YOLO.
He seems to have been giving up. He seems to have given up. Doesn't enter the level again.
Yeah, he reset.
And he forfeited from the race room as well. Which is too bad. But yeah, TNT didn't have the best of runs, so... But it's always sad to see a forfeit. Meanwhile, Maestro has gotten the perfect setup to getting the despawn. But yeah, I would have been interested.
5 there. I didn't even know it was possible. I thought like 3-2 was the best. Or...
I mean, I would have been interested to see what time Maestro would have gotten if the Yoshi clips would have been like first try.
I mean, he would have been ahead right now.
Yeah, considering he gained 9 seconds on his PB in the Chocolate Island split. Could have been a really good one.
299. Orb?
I'm not gonna top that one, so not even gonna try the orb. But yeah, even though the race is over, I'm glad to see that Maestro is going to finish it up.
In a
He's still
pretty
on pace to
decent
getting a
run
good
too.
45.
Very good Vabwang for Maestro right now.
Yeah, keeps P-speed through most of it.
A
Pretty
61
much
pipe.
perfect. But yeah, without any major mistakes, this is going to be one of the best times of this tournament by Maestro.
I mean, this is probably like 35. I mean, I don't know if he has a lot of time save in his Bowser split.
But like,
Oh,
without any...
like to Sandbar.
Yeah. I'm glad he went for it though.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed
I
the
think I was
mushroom
gonna
block
go for it
first
again.
try.
I mean, at this point you cannot really lose, so
Yeah, it's kinda over.
no.
Not even getting the cycle skip.
You miss again the cycle skip.
Hello, TNT.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm a bit upset right now.
You're a bit low. It's difficult to hear what you say.
Oh, it is. Here. Let me try plugging in my mic again. Alright, is that better?
A little bit at least.
Okay. That dying on the fuzzy there in DP3, that's the first time I've ever done that actually. That was interesting.
I've
Yeah,
died
like-
there before, but since then I just do the spin jump. It's a lot more safe.
Yeah.
I would think that the runners that have died there have switched to the spin jump. So that is why you see some people spinning and some not.
Yeah. That
But
Bruce.
it's a painful death.
It's just I knew coming in that I'd have to get like a 35 to have a chance of winning. So like when I died in Vanilla Fort Rosner and lost like 40 seconds, I was just like I gave up. I was so salty. Like I was just mentally done.
But yeah, seeing how Maestro is playing right now, do you think that even on a good run, would you have a stood a chance of beating him?
Like let's see, I gotta check the sports right now. I'm gonna go on this.
He's about 20 seconds off his PB right now.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Like, I don't do enough no cape in a starter. Oh, I just got hit on this. That's not too bad. I don't do enough no cape in star runs to like actually get a low 35 at this point. Like, if everything had gone perfectly during that run, and I got like sandbar, it probably would have been a 35. So, seeing how it's going right now, I can't really be that salty.
But yeah, like now that you're out of the tournament, how do you feel about your tournaments?
I think I did pretty good. Most of my, other than this one, all of my races were 37s and 38s, so like, solid times. Hopefully next year we can do the cape category, not no cape.
You kind of got far in the tournament too. It's pretty nice.
Got decent, but yeah, do a category that actually can play. Because I'm really bad at this category. Looks like my guys
Yeah.
is pretty much done.
But now that the tournament is over for you,
Ooh,
do you feel
it's
done
almost early.
with this category, or do you want to continue it?
I wanted to get a 35. I'm gonna probably put that on hold because I'm kind of like overplaying OK Pro Star for now. I'm gonna focus on other things, but I think eventually I'll come back to it because it is interesting. But it kind of burns out on it, so after a while.
And let's just see how MaestroBrau is going to finish up. It's in the Bowser fight. And yeah, I forgot about the death in the sandbar when I told you that he was 20 seconds ahead of behind his PB.
That is yeah, that well, it looks like he went too early on the second hit of phase one, so he's getting 2 gold balls here.
Yeah. Not the
Like,
best
even if
Bowser
I-
fight.
Even if I had stayed and kept my best possible time, it's gonna be like a high 38. And that's before I died twice in chocolate secrets and stupid strats. I came pretty much expecting to lose, and I'm still mad about it anyways. Slice it up.
I mean, being salty in races are kind of the worst because you can't reset, so you're just kind of stuck with this run that you're salty about. So you just keep doing more mistakes.
You can reset, I think, but
Yeah, but
You're not supposed to reset.
yeah.
And GG for
GG,
yeah,
Maestro
GG
Brown.
for Maestro.
A race room time of 36:55.
Wait, where did he die in the sandbar?
To the sandbar clip, but then the second time through, he went really slowly.
Oh. Dang, that just seems like a lot of time lost for that. It's like a minute and a half.
But yeah, Maestro is going to move on and face Aaron, or XSV Area 55 in the next round.
That's gonna be a pretty close race.
Yeah.
Aaron has been getting like a lot of 35s in the tournament, I think.
Aaron had like one really bad race in the winners bracket, which is why he's down in the losers bracket. But like overall, I think he's had some pretty good runs, if I'm remembering correctly.
But yeah, is MaestroBrau is going to join us as well, or how is it?
Oh, I don't know.
I did get a gold on Roy. Even without fire, I gold by like 2 seconds. So, productive day.
And also, there should be another race right now after this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I think
Kisto versus Most.
What's up, dudes?
Hey,
Yo,
Hello.
congrats on the win.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was a good run for a while. You know, I went for sandbar or whatever, and some things happened in the Bowser fight.
there you go.
You were
Yeah,
like on pretty low 35 pace after Wendy. It was pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It felt pretty consistent the whole time. I mean, there was and all the Roy time even was just that weird clip mistake.
Yeah.
But basically, it was it's a pretty good run. I mean, it's not an excellent time in the end, but you know, if I had gotten sandbar and not died there, I think that's like 45 set. Plus, I missed every possible cycle after that.
Yeah,
I
the
was like,
second
well,
time through the sandbar was interesting.
yeah, and I was like trying to fit, like, I was like, oh, you just jump here and get the mushroom. Well, the only time you ever get that power up normally is when you're getting a cape in 96 or whatever. So like, I just didn't realize how high the block up was. You actually have to have a little bit of speed if you're small. Whatever. Anyway, Sorry, TNT. That it
Ah,
you had to
that's
forfeit.
funny. Yeah, I've had like a really busy week leading up to this, so I had no time to practice at all. So it was kind of destined to happen.
Oh yeah, that's totally understandable. We all have forfeited races being salty before. I can assure you, I've done that. So hey guys, I actually got to run. I got some family in town, so
All right,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go take care of my fussy kid. But
Thanks
nice
for
racing with you,
making time.
TNT.
Yeah, no, thanks for making time.
Congrats again, Maestro.
Good luck in
Absolutely.
the
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
Maestro.
Catch you later.
See you.
See
Yeah,
ya.
later.
Okay, so I'm gonna go do my own thing. You guys here on the SMW community channel got a good race coming up next. Akista versus mostly SMW. So yeah, hope you guys have fun with that.
So yeah,
Yeah, I think that we are going to set up for that race straight away. At least if the runners on the next race is ready.
I can commentate the next race though, cause I gotta go to work. So
Yeah. Thanks for joining me for this one though.
yeah, no problem. It was pretty fun. So yeah, see ya.
Yeah, see you man. Have a nice day at work.
Yeah, thank you.